Welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Thelma Okoro. President Muhammadu Buhari Thursday said his leadership would continue to support the use of nuclear technology for peaceful purposes and human development only. Speaking at a meeting with visiting Iranian Vice President for Executive Affairs, Mohammed, at the presidential villa in Abuja, Buhari hailed Iran's recent agreement with the 6 world powers on its nuclear program. In a statement by its spokesperson Femi Adesina, Buhari described the agreement as a major step towards ensuring peace and stability in the Middle East. The president said that as a signatory to the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, Nigeria looks forward to the faithful implementation of the terms of the agreement by all concerned parties. Nigeria's newly appointed service chiefs on Thursday formally assumed office. A formal handover was done in Abuja, Nigeria's capital city, by the former security chiefs. The director of Army Public Relations, Sani Usman, said the 4 service chiefs would all commence their official duties after a formal pulling out ceremony in accordance with military tradition for the ex-military chiefs. President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday replaced all the service chiefs except for the Inspector General of Police. The new service chiefs are Major General Abayomi Gabriel Olonishakin as the Chief of Defense Staff, Major General T.Y. Brutai as Chief of Army Staff, Rear Admiral Ibok Ete Ekwe Ibas as the Chief of Naval Staff, Air Vice Marshal Sadiq Abubakar as Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Monday Riku Morgan as Chief of Defense Intelligence, Major General Babagana Monguno, who is retired, as the National Security Advisor. Nigeria President Muhammadu Buhari has also denied expressing anti-Igbo sentiment as alleged by propaganda media Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra had claimed that the president showed anti-Igbo sentiment in an interview with the BBC Hausa service. A statement released on Wednesday by the special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, denied the claims. He described the claims as, quote, completely false, malicious and slanderous, end of quote. He said Buhari has not granted any interview to the BBC since March 31st when he was declared winner of the presidential election. This is the Nigerian presidency's first official response to the controversy generated by the underground channel's broadcast. The Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria have urged the federal government to increase the minimum wage for workers to 46,000 naira. Secretary General of the Association, Bashir Lawal, said the current 18,000 minimum wage was no longer acceptable. Lawal said the new wage being sought by workers was decided after the association's meeting with the National Public Service Joint Negotiating Council. He said it would take 66,000 naira for an average Nigerian to survive in the country. Lawal advised the government to also appoint a manageable number of special advisors and ministers to reduce the cost of governance. The All Progressives Congress APC has renewed its calls on the federal government to probe the whereabouts of the dividends paid to the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation NNPC by the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas NLNG. The ruling party also said the taxes paid to the Federal Inland Revenue Service FIRS federal account prior to the latest payment in June 2015 should be investigated. In a statement issued in Lagos by its National Publicity Secretary Lai Mohammed, the party said the call has become more urgent against the backdrop of published reports that the NNPC has withdrawn $1.2 billion from banks so it could place the money with the Central Bank of Nigeria. It said the move of the NNPC is a panic reaction to the expose by the party that over $4 billion are missing in past dividends paid to the NNPC by the NLNG. The party said any delay in calling the officials to account for dividends may give them enough time to cover their tracks. Nigeria's main opposition party, the People's Democratic Party (PDP), has accused the ruling All Progressives Congress APC of planning to use the Director General of Department of State Services DSS, Lawal Daura, and the agency's personnel to interfere in some election petitions pending before tribunals. Speaking to journalists on Wednesday, PDP spokesman Olisa Metu alleged that the governing APC is trying to manipulate election petition tribunal in Rivers State, Delta and Akwa Ibom states. Metu, who spoke in Abuja at the end of the weekly National Working Committee of the party, said the party had received information that Daura had invited some people handling election courses in Rivers and other states to discuss matters before the tribunal. In reaction to that story, meanwhile, the APC has denied the PDP's allegation. The APC called the allegation a futile attempt by the PDP to pull the wool over the eyes of Nigerians. In a statement issued in Lagos on Thursday by its spokesperson Lai Mohammed, APC said not only did the PDP lie shamelessly in making the allegations, the party was also trying to muddle waters of the true situation concerning the cases before the tribunal. APC said the invitation of some officials from the Rivers State Office of the Independent National Electoral Commission was prompted by a petition it filed to the police and the DSS. It accused the PDP of denying officials access to key documents used for the last governorship and House of Assembly elections in all the states concerned. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, News Now will return.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on TV360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.
Welcome back to News Now. To business. Oil prices rose on Thursday after a power outage closed the UK's largest oil field, Buzzard oil field. This restricted flows to the North Sea's main oil stream that underpins the global benchmark crude oil. Benchmark for August was up 55 cents at $57.60 a barrel. Oil prices have fallen steadily over the last 2 months, and both crude benchmarks are down more than 50% from June peaks. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries is producing about 2.5 million barrels per day, which is more crude than needed at the moment. This is according to analysts. This is also filling inventories worldwide and keeping markets under pressure. To international news now, Italy's Coast Guard says more than 2,700 migrants were rescued from 13 boats near the coast of Libya. A German Navy vessel and a search and rescue ship deployed by medical charity Medicine Sans Frontières participated in the rescues along the Italian Navy and Coast Guard. So far, an estimated 150,000 migrants reached Europe by sea in 2015, most of them in Greece and Italy. This is according to the International Organization for Migration. Thousands of migrants have also drowned in the Mediterranean. The United Nations Refugee Agency said the vast majority of the migrants were fleeing war and poverty in Africa and the Middle East. To sports now, the media officer of Nigeria's Super Falcons, Gracious Akujobi, has died. She was 33 years old. The female journalist, who was formerly spokesperson of the Nigeria Women Under-17 team Falconers, passed away on Thursday morning at the General Hospital in Abuja. NFF General Secretary Dr. Mohammed Sanusi confirmed her passing on Thursday. Before her death, Akujobi was on official duty with the Falcons as they prepared for their Olympic Games qualifier against Equatorial Guinea. The game comes up on Saturday, July 18th. A FIFA official has been extradited to the United States where he will face corruption charges. The Swiss Federal Office of Justice did not name the official in a brief statement released on Thursday, but the official extradited is believed to be Jeffrey Webb. He is being accused of accepting bribes totaling millions of dollars in connection with the sale of marketing rights to various sport marketing firms and keeping the money for himself. We've come to the end of News Now. Thank you very much for joining us. I am Thelma Okoro.